So we are back at the storage pit where we hauled all of these vehicles out of the woods in one day. But there's one problem, is we forgot one of them. That's a lot of ones, so I'm gonna stop doing that. But I got a call last night going, hey, we forgot one of the trailers out there. So today, we're gonna head back out China Hat Road, go get that one, get it up here too, so that all these vehicles can be processed through the DMV system and can eventually get disposed of. So let's head out there. Okay, we are back. This here is the trailer we gotta get. Wonderful. Okay, so we got it hooked up. Amazingly, the jack still works. All the tires have air in it. The lights and all brakes and all that obviously aren't going to work, so I just stuck my magnet lights on the back. I think it's going to hold together. I'll take some of this stuff and throw up there so it doesn't blow out. Oh, great. There's just another hole on the other side. So, it's disgusting. I'll get a little creative with all this so it stays. All right. Let's get this thing out of here and see how many dirty looks we get towing it through town up to the storage pit. So this trailer I actually went and tried to tow out of there yesterday. We had it marked on our GPS map, so I drove out to where it was out here in the woods and got there. Trailer was gone, tire tracks, all that, and then I figured, well, one of the other guys with an actual pickup must have just towed that one since it's towable with a pickup, so I'll just move on, go get some cars. And then I drove right back out past it, sitting by the dumpsters, because it turns out the guy who was living in this trailer, owned it, whatever you want to call it, brought it out to the dumpsters and dropped it off at the dumpsters to make it easier for us. And I drove right back and forth past it both times and didn't notice it because it wasn't where it was marked on the map. So my fault on that one. So we're back out here today, towing it out of here. Now if you notice, all along this road there are dumpsters staged everywhere, and all of them are full to the top, and I feel like there's more over there. I feel really bad because the videos I film of this are just me towing stuff out with my truck, and it makes it look like I'm just out here doing so much when there's hundreds of people making this happen, and they're putting in the really hard work out here by hand, picking up trash, filling up dumpsters. And they filled up, I think we had 7 or 8 big 40-yard dumpsters out here, all filled by people doing it by hand. So it's not just me out here, it's a huge crew of people that I'm a very small part of, and all of those people deserve way more credit than I do because they are putting in way more effort than I am. For example, thank God that 6x6 showed up, because there was some of the vehicles that were some of the vehicles that were way out in some nasty brush area, and he was able to just cruise right through it. It didn't matter if there's branches and brush dragging down the side of it. I'm okay with this thing getting, like, you know, little brush on the side. It's a dust ball mess right now, but I've never owned anything this nice in my life, so I don't want to do like permanent gouge into the paint damage. And that 6x6 was able to just go get all those ones that were out quite a bit deeper. I would like to get like a not so nice 4-wheel drive actual like wrecker, not like a total pile of garbage, but something I'm not worried about brush and all that stuff, so I could really get out into the deeper stuff. But I impulse bought a TJ6 instead, so that's gonna have to wait a little bit. One of the reasons the Willys is for sale is to try to put some money towards getting something like that. So if you're looking for a Willys, got a good one for sale. Might need a new windshield though. Okay, now we just got to find a good camp spot to set this thing up over here in the junk pile and get it unhooked. Well, that looks like a good enough camp spot to me. Right next to all the neighbors here at the KOA. Ooh, look at that. This one caught on fire. Wow. See? That's why we don't want things like this left in the woods. If that thing would have gone completely up in flames, forest fire right there, that easy. So this stuff's got to go. For example, fire, 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 fire. That's 7 vehicles that did burn up, aside from that motorhome that caught fire as well. So this is one of the many reasons these vehicles being left out in the woods is a major, major problem. And one of the many reasons we want them out of here. Whoa. Teeter-totter. Okay, let's get my magnet lights before I forget my magnet lights. Squeeze through here without getting tetanus. You can go here, go here, stay. Safety pin. Now the handy thing about towing with the wheel lift, done. So let's just take a quick look around at what all was accomplished yesterday. There's a diaper under the bed. These 2 cars got hauled out here, stacked on top of each other. This was the motorhome, the burned up motorhome I hauled out here on our last cleanup event. So this one was already here. More completely stripped cars, more burned cars. I think this is the front clip of a motorhome, a burned up motorhome that I hauled out here at the last cleanup. I believe that's the same one. Shot up, stripped, flipped over. This was clearly a stolen vehicle that was painted over with bed liner, it looks like, to try to make it look not like the stolen vehicle. Glass and oil spread all over. Another fire. This one been flipped over, crushed, glass all over the place. This is the truck that used to belong to the campground I worked for. And no, I'm not keeping this truck. I'm not trying to keep this truck. I don't want this truck. This was never my truck. It's not like my first car I finally found again. This was a pile of crap 20 years ago when I drove it around a campground cleaning up bathrooms for a few months. I don't want this truck. This is one of the vans we drug out. This is a car Kevin and I went and got ahead of the last cleanup, but same with this Cherokee, came out at the same time. These were vehicles, all 3 of these were vehicles we did prior to the last cleanup. Motorhome with no axles or tires or anything in it. Our lovely treasure that we just hauled out of here. Who knows what giant chunk of steel. This big old huge chunk of steel they actually hauled out on the back of the Earth Cruiser. Earth Cruiser donated some of their vehicles out here for the cleanup, so that was awesome and a super handy help for hauling stuff like that. Free Tay. I don't know who Tay Tay is, but apparently some people think Tay Tay's innocent. Or Tay Tay is a thing that they're giving away. If you got any ideas on what a Tay Tay is, let me know down below. Within reason, let me know down below. More stripped cars, more motorhomes. That one was actually way heavier than it looks. I towed this one behind my truck and I shouldn't have done that. It was way too heavy. Oh, hold up. That burned motorhome over there is not the one I towed out in the last cleanup. This one is. So that one is a whole separate one. Oh, and this is the burn up front half of a motorhome that I towed out in the last cleanup, meaning that burn up half of a front motorhome is again a whole nother one. Just goes to show how vast the problem is out here. Can't even keep track of how many there are. And then last but not least, we have the Sportsman. This is another one that got towed out by that big 6x6 wrecker. And again, thank God Troy brought that thing out, because stuff like this, that one there, I can't even begin to touch them or tow them with my truck. So if it wasn't for him coming out, these 2 big ones here, which are obviously some of the biggest problems, wouldn't have got out of the woods. So a big thanks to Troy for bringing that super cool truck out. And that brings us right back to our trailer that we just towed. And yeah, we're all unhooked. We got all our stuff back. I need to put this hitch pin back away. Other than that, we're good to go. So that's it for this one. Just a quick little follow-up because I forgot one. There is one more vehicle out there at the Ford Explorer or something that's on our list to remove, but it is so far out into the wilderness with no roads or trails within miles of it that it's going to take some planning, some permission from the Forest Service, and quite a bit more thought than just hooking on and dragging it out to figure out how we can even get to it and get it out without tearing up the woods or anything like that. So that one is still to come at some point. We might have to wait for the rain to come back so that we're not driving through brush and all that stuff as dry and hot as it is. But eventually we'll get to that one too. So huge thank you to everybody who came out, everybody who helped make this happen, whether it was picking up trash by hand, whether it was bringing out big huge equipment and forklifts and 6x6s, or just the people who are watching and sharing these videos and helping spread the word that is making this happen. Thank you to all of you. We all appreciate it more than you know, and we're going to keep doing it.